Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I will be doing a hair tutorial on how to get this hairstyle. I call this my easy summer waves hairstyle, so if you are interested in seeing how I do this, what kind of curling iron I use, what kind of products I use, please feel free to keep watching. For me, when I do my super relaxed waves, I tend to not use too much of a texture product. When I'm styling my hair, first off, I like to just kind of leave it the way that it is right now. I did blow dry it again completely yesterday just because I'm a blow dryer hair person. Like, I don't like going to bed with wet hair, and so yeah, that is pretty much how we are right here at this point in time. So the curling iron that I'm going to be using today, this is the BabylissPRO ceramic 1.5 inch curling iron. I'm not exactly sure what the model is. I actually don't even know if they have this in production anymore because this curling iron is so old, but I will make sure that I link to a Hot Tools curling iron that you can purchase at Ulta. The 1.5 barrel is perfect for when you want to do really relaxed summer waves, which is what I have been favoring pretty much all summer long. The other thing I will also say too is it depends on your hair length. So if you have longer hair like mine, 1.5 will work really well for you. I've been able to do the same hairstyle with a 1-inch curling iron as well, but it really just kind of depends on what you are used to or what you like. This is the super lazy way of doing it. Now, if you were like a professional, you would section out your hair and make sure that you're gathering everything in perfect sections. I am much too lazy for that in the mornings, and so what I usually end up doing is I'll just kind of split my hair, you know, towards the back here. So what I'll do is I'll kind of just draw a line here and then just pull it in the back so that I have these two sections and I kind of understand exactly what I'm working with. So I'm going to leave this side in the front here so that as I grab towards the back of my hair, and as I'm doing my curls this way on this side, it doesn't really kind of get interfered with each other, you know what I mean? So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, I'm actually going to put this part in the back so that I can see the appropriate sections of the front, and I'm going to grab the first section here, typically about like 1.5 to 2 inches, I would say. And then for this part, I'm going to actually start the curl around here, and then I'm going to have everything curling away from my face, particularly in this front portion here. So let's go ahead and get started with that here. I'm holding this with my right hand, clamping this way and rotating out. And I'm going to just rotate it once, hold it for about 5 seconds, and then I'm going to slide it through all the way to the end, rotate again all the way up, hold it about 5 seconds, and then let it go. And so one of the things for this super relaxed summer wave thing that I want to show you here too is that for the most part, the ends of my hair are relatively straight. So when you are trying to do more of like a relaxed hair look and it's not like, oh, I'm going to the prom or something like that, right? Then you usually will want to leave out like the last 1.5 to 2 inches, depending again on the length of your hair, but because I have really long hair, I'm just going to keep this part more or less straight, so I don't actually end up curling that portion. I'm going to go ahead and grab the next part of my hair. And if you're wondering why I'm not currently looking at the camera, it's because I have a mirror here so that I can see what I'm doing. So you can see I kind of grabbed it and curled it twice, pulling through here. So I kind of let that curling iron come underneath to just create that super relaxed wave. And the other thing too is I'm not manipulating my hair at all while I'm letting it kind of set. So I'm giving it time to just maintain this and kind of cool down from the heat, so that way my curls don't fall out. So if you are like me and you have super straight hair, this is a great technique to do. So just don't touch your hair while it's setting and while the heat is in there. So now that I've gotten to where my ear is, hello ear, what we're going to do now is we're going to switch the way that we curl our hair. So I'm no longer just going to be curling outwards away from my face. I'm actually going to start incorporating curling my hair in towards my face as well, and then just going back and forth between those two curling options as I do the rest of my hair. And the reason why we're doing this again is because I want to keep my hair as casual as possible. I don't want to make it look like it's too structured in a way, and so what I'm now going to do is I'm going to flip my curling iron around. So I'm actually now using my pointer finger to hold the curling iron, and I'm actually going to grab my hair in about midway through, pass that curl in, hold it about 5 seconds, let it come down, and do the same thing at the ends. Hold it about 5 seconds and then pull all the way through. And I'm going to go ahead now, so because I curled this one towards my face, this one I'm now going to curl away from my face. So I'm holding my curling iron with my thumb on the clamp now. And I'm going to go ahead, curl this way, hold it for 5 seconds, let go, and here we go. So for the next step here, because I am going to be rotating back and forth, right? So if you'll remember, the top portion of my hair when I curled it, like this piece here, is curled toward my face. So I'm going to want to make sure that the next top portion that I curl here is going to be going away from my face. So kind of doing a little bit of like brain work as you're sitting here curling your hair. But once you get used to doing this, it kind of just becomes routine. So okay, again. And then now again, right, because now I'm getting to the bottom portion of my hair, I'm actually going to curl this one towards my face. So again, holding it in my pointer finger here and curling towards my face. Holding 5 seconds, letting go, curling again, and pulling it through. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this side of my face. I'll just speed up this portion and then we'll talk about the left side. So right side of my hair is now done. So you can see in the back here, I just have the left side that I now need to curl, but the right side is more or less finished. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and let this side of my hair cool down while I'm styling the left side, just so that it can help maintain some of those curls. So let's go ahead now and do the left side. And so what I'm gonna do, it's basically the same technique, but I thought I would show you kind of how I hold the curling iron, because I think this is the hardest part, right? Like, it's great when you can see someone else doing someone else's hair, but when it comes down to then holding your own, like, appliance, I guess you could say. Is this an appliance? I don't know. Yeah. When it comes down to holding your own curling iron, I think that's the part where it gets a little bit confusing. Obviously, when I was curling my hair on my right hand side, I'm using my right hand because I'm right-handed. When I'm curling my hair away, I hold it with my thumb on the clamp, right? But in this case, now that I'm doing the opposite side, I'm actually going to curl it with my finger, my index finger now on the clamp side, to curl away from my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this, pull it through here, get a couple of rotations, count 5 seconds, let it through, pull it through again.
Smoking.
Yeah, there's a little bit of steam that came out there. No worries, because I have heat protectant in my hair. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing all the way up until I get to the pieces by my ear. So now that I have reached my ear, ta-da, there it is. We are going to now start the rotating side. So this part now, I'm gonna grab this hair, and now I want to curl towards my face. So now the way that I hold my curling iron is I'm now actually going to put my thumb on the clamp, gonna grab it this way and curl towards my face to count for 5. Oop. There we go. And the trick here too is because you are pulling it under, you'll see that I actually just made a mistake with that one, right? Like I actually bonked my head with the curling iron a little bit. Luckily I didn't burn myself. But usually what you have to do is you have to ensure that you have enough room, or your curling iron is far enough down your hair so that you have enough room to then let it go through and go underneath that curl. So I'm going to do it again here to show you guys. So this one I'm going to curl away from my face, right? Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And so I'm actually gonna let it go a little bit to give myself that room to let that curling iron then come underneath it. And pulling it out. This one I'm now going to curl toward my face, right? So this one's gonna be thumb on the clamp. Rotate in a couple of times here. count to 5, and then you're going to pull that through. So it kind of goes underneath your hair, right? And through. All right, I'm going to finish the rest of my hair and we'll be done. Okay, so the left side is now complete, and so we will now redirect our attention over to the right side now that my curls have cooled down. So I'm going to let this one kind of just do its thing and cool down off to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and use my fingers to rake through and break up those curls over here on the right hand side. And I'm going underneath my hair and pulling versus kind of using my hands on top, and the reason for that is because if you use your hands on top, you're kind of introduce a lot of frizz into your hair, which is not what you want. And so I'm kind of going underneath, pulling through these curls, and you can see how they're perfectly like that relaxed, very, very beachy look. What I do here is I'm going to actually kind of assess how my curls are looking. And so for me, usually I like to just kind of make sure I go back and make sure that like these hairs up here are still have a curl, or perhaps the one in the front here, you can kind of see that it's kind of fallen out a little bit. So what I might do is I'll just kind of go through here and recurl where I need to. So I'm just going to give this a quick zhuzh. I think when I did this one, my iron wasn't completely heated up, so just something to be aware of. Everything looks pretty good. Well, that's crazy. I've never done my hair on camera before, in case you couldn't tell. So it's, yeah, this actually is not too bad, not too bad. Now, for me, there are a couple of products that I like to use to smooth out my hair. So the first one is also from 11 Australia. This is their Smooth and Shine Anti-Frizz Serum. Awesome, awesome product. If it's hard for you to find 11 Australia products, the other one that I really like is from Kérastase. This is their Elixir Ultime? I don't know. It's Kérastase always names their things in like French, but it is the oil that comes in the yellow bottle. I will obviously leave a link to it. You can purchase Kérastase from Sephora, so a little bit more attainable, I would say, than the 11 product. So I'm going to grab my Shine Serum now. So again, just taking a like kind of a half pump, right? So you would use like a full pump for your entire head, but in this case, obviously, since I'm just doing half of it, I'm just going to grab half a pump, and then I'm just going to kind of twist this into my hair and just give it some of that moisture back. And voila, that's exactly the end effect that we want. And now that my left side has cooled down, I'm going to do the same thing. So again, raking my fingers through on the underside of this, breaking up the curls here. And what's left over actually on my hands, because I part my side, I have a side part, so obviously I have less hair on this side. Actually, what I have left over on my hands from the serum is already pretty good for kind of just getting rid of some of that frizz. So again, you can twist it if you want and pull that oil through. That is pretty much it. That's how I do my summer waves. Very, very easy. So I would say this routine takes me typically about 5 minutes in the morning. So it is super, super fast. Once you get this down and you can get the curls and the rotating back and forth without even thinking about it, this is something that is super easy to accomplish. And I think it's just really nice because it kind of gives your hair a little bit of a, ooh, like it's not just straight, like there's something going on with it. And I'll give you guys a quick look at how it looks in the back as well so you can see it. So again, just very relaxed, very beachy, perfect for summer. So I hope you guys found this hair tutorial super helpful. If you did enjoy it, please feel free to subscribe to our channel and like this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Also, this is not the clamp. What is this called?
I have no idea.
This part? I don't know.